is the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro. Xiaomi is famous for delivering handsets with good value, but the Mi 10 Pro has a premium price of $1,000. Sure, it's got a 108 megapixel camera and 8K video, but is the Mi 10 Pro worth the price? This phone makes a good first impression thanks to the screen. It's detailed, bright and colourful. Watching videos on this screen is great. There's no notch, but there is a small punch hole camera in the top left corner. I found it to be a bit distracting when watching videos in full screen. The screen has a refresh rate of 90Hz. It's not as high as the 120Hz screen on the Samsung Galaxy S20 series, but you won't notice much of a difference. Overall, the screen here is pretty good. One major thing I didn't like about the Mi 10 Pro is too big and heavy. It doesn't fit into my pocket, and the weight isn't balanced well. The massive array of cameras mean the phone feels top-heavy. The Mi 10 Pro is so big and heavy that I have to hold it with two hands. It's just not as comfortable to hold as the iPhone 11 Pro. On the bright side, I like the matte back. It feels good and doesn't pick up fingerprints. The Mi 10 Pro runs Android 10 with Xiaomi's MIUI 11 interface. I really like how smooth it is. And MIUI 11 has some really useful features. There's gesture navigation and all apps are on the home screen like the iPhone. There's also a game turbo mode for better performance. The apps switcher looks different to other phones. You can scroll down to see which apps are running, and you can switch with just a tap. I really enjoyed shooting pictures with 5x zoom on this phone. It's just as sharp and clear as 2x zoom, but you get a much closer shot with the same amount of detail. The Mi 10 Pro can even zoom further, like 10x, 30x, or even 50x, but you lose a lot of detail and sharpness. 5x gives you a good level of zoom without a loss in quality. The Mi 10 Pro can shoot 108 megapixel photos and 8K video. It sounds gimmicky, but I actually found these two camera features to be useful. Shooting 108 megapixel photos gives me flexibility. I can crop and zoom and still get a high resolution photo. It's the same with 8K video. You can even extract 33 megapixel photos from the video. That makes it really useful for capturing moments. My only real complaint with this phone's camera is night mode. Night mode on the Mi 10 Pro is brighter, but it has poor detail. These pictures don't look good at all. They are grainy, with lots of visible noise and inaccurate white balance. Take a look at the iPhone 11 Pro's night mode. The Mi 10 Pro just can't compete with this. The Mi 10 Pro isn't just good at shooting objects far in the distance. It also does a good job of shooting things close up. The ultra wide-angle lens can be used for shooting macro shots. You can get more interesting pictures that simply aren't possible with the standard lens. It's much easier to get up close and nail the focus on shots like this. You might not pay that much attention to the speakers on most phones, but the Mi 10 Pro stereo speakers are louder and richer than most. Just listen to this comparison with the iPhone 11 Pro. The iPhone speakers wash out the audio, but the Mi 10 Pro's audio is cleaner and clearer. The stereo sound comes from speakers on each end of the phone. It sounds really immersive when you hold the phone horizontally. The Mi 10 Pro has by far the best battery life of any Android flagship I have used in 2020. It took me a day and a half at a minimum to run through the battery. The 90Hz screen really helps to make the phone more efficient. It easily lasts longer than other Android flagships with higher refresh rates. It also supports fast charging. With the included charger, the battery went from 21% to fully charged in just 40 minutes. The Mi 10 Pro is a solid phone all around. Out of the Android flagships I have used, it offers the best combination of speed, screen size, camera quality, and battery life. It's a little big and bulky, but that's one of the only issues I have. It feels smooth and easy to use. The 5x zoom is really good, and it's hard to go back to phones with lesser zoom. Overall, the Mi 10 Pro is a very capable Android flagship that's worth the price.